Hey everyone, welcome to Makin Scents. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate seeing you here. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome aboard. Today, I'm going to talk about a few new acquisitions I've received. Basically, ones that I've bought based off personal, questioning and or wondering, along with some that were basically influenced by a few different reviewers out there. Stay tuned. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about some fragrances that I've recently acquired or added to my collection. Now, some of these I've either gotten from other people in the fragrance community, were recommended on videos, things like that, fall list or cheapies list or that or the other thing. But there's a bunch of different fragrances in front of me, so I'm going to just share with you what I've recently picked up. I'm not going to do a full review on any of these right now. I'll probably tell you a little bit about a couple of them possibly because that's what we do. But let's get into this. So I'm going to say the first one out of this list that I grabbed, I'm staring below here because there's a bunch down here. The first fragrance that I grabbed was off of a review from Ashton over at Gents Scents. I'll throw links down below to these people, but you know who they are. He had mentioned Raghba Wood Intense. Oops. Not getting this to focus very well. A little bit out of practice. Hopefully you can see that. This thing here is like, I'm not going to go again into a major detail, but all I get from this nice wood oud type mix, and I'm going to leave it at that for now. I will say I do like this fragrance, so if you're thinking about pulling the trigger on this based on other reviews, definitely get my thumbs up. The price was like 30-40 bucks, so it really wasn't that bad. I only found it on eBay. It's one of the rarities that I actually picked up off of eBay, but again, that was for the fall. I think this is going to be a banger. I don't want to go, again, too far into it. I haven't given it many wearings. I wore one time so far. But with that one wearing, solid pickup. Thanks, Ashton. We're going to continue in that same line. Another one that I grabbed based off of a reviewer. Actually, this one we were in a live chat on I Am Joey Cannoli's channel. And I want to say Money Burner or one of the people on there. Shout out to you, Kevin. We're talking about an old classic fragrance that I haven't had in my collection for a long time. Hugo Boss. I think it's just called Man. Yeah, Man. You can tell. I haven't even reopened it yet. Actually, you know what? We'll do this right now. Pop open my handy dandy knife. Although I don't have one yet. I do plan on trying to pick a knife up from Medina Custom Knives. If you look at Fraggy Call Medina or Cold Medina. Francisco. Let's see. He has some really cool custom knives. I have one I get from the Snap-on truck. It's a, what is this thing? It is a Ken Onion CRKT knife. I always have nice knives, roughly, because I use a lot for work. I work in a collision center, and we have to open a lot of packages at times, try to gain access to different things. But yeah, bringing me back to old school right here. Hugo Boss, man. Just because I just opened this, and I haven't sprayed this in forever, I'm going to give it a spray with you guys and girls right now. Oof. It's one of those retroactive type things that it just takes you back to just like a simpler time. A little bit less stress, a little less responsibilities, we'll say. But Hugo Boss Man is a timeless classic. It's up there with Curve, Aspen by Cody, Dracar Noir, but it's not like deep and rich like that. It's real fresh and clean smelling. So that's Hugo Boss. I got that one again. I was on that Cannoli, I Am Joey Cannoli live stream. We were just talking about frags, and I tried to buy it online at that time. Something was going on weird with the website, so I ended up picking it up afterwards. I got that actually from Kingdom Fragrances. So, Fragrance Fanatic. This is going to be I guess I'm going to tag all these people I'm mentioning, if I can remember everybody, down in the comments down below. So, yeah, I picked this up from Kingdom Fragrances. Great deal. It was right up there, if not better than what I could have got from Fragrance Net. And no, I'm not sponsored by anybody. None of these people have asked me to say these things about them. I'm literally sharing you the reason why I picked these things up and added them to my collection. Hugo Boss, again, one of those I had when I was younger. Love the fragrance. Just stuck around for years and go from there. The next one. So this one, I'm going to have to say, Hillary from the BurrEAU kept talking about this fragrance. She knows what it is. When I won this one from another awesome frag head, another member of FragCon, Chris Burkett. Hopefully I didn't ruin your last name. Yeah, this is just a really cool fragrance. The brand is cool. The ideas are cool behind them. Vagabond Prince, Enchanted Forest. So Hillary at the Bureau of Nerdy Fragrance always talks about this fragrance. It's one of those that she loves. She hypes it up a lot. And I say hypes it up, but talks about it a lot. Hit the microphone. Sorry about that. It's this guy right here. Cool looking bottle and everything. I'll have a full review on this one coming up once I get a few more wearings on it. I don't want to just, dive into a first impression on this one. It's a nice fragrance, but I want to go a little bit more deep into that one. So I was really excited when I won that from Chris, and it arrived safely, packaged nicely, beautifully. Really, really good deal. He's over at Motivated Living, and when I first got it, I had to send a message right away to Hillary, because she's just one of the really nice people at FragCom. There's a ton of you out there. Everyone I'm mentioning, I get along with perfectly well. Actually, I get along with pretty much everyone at FragCom. That's the goal, is to make friends out there, not fight, battle, bicker, any of the negativity. We're here to have fun, enjoy a shared hobby, collecting and, fragrances in general. But when I sent the message to Hillary, she was so excited for me because she knew it was one of the fragrances I kept wanting to add. And with everything going on in the world, it's a little harder to come up with extra funds to do some of the different things we do. In my case, I'll partial out some of this stuff, sell decants of different ones so I can buy the next bottle. That's how I can get the next bottle each and every time, especially where I'm not sure how it affects everybody, but, like I have secondary jobs, things like that aren't fully funded right now, or we've issued refunds for entertainment, like DJing, things like that, due to not being able to do public events right now. So with that being said, still having the community, trading, swapping, different ways of selling fragrances or things like that really makes it so you get a chance to pick up something else or try something new with people through the community. So thank you for that, guys and girls. The next one, so that was Enchanted Forest. Got that from Chris Burkett over at Motivated Living. And again, I had to give a shout out to Hills just because I had to get that because of all of the talk about it from her. The next one, we're looking at another good pickup from a friend of mine, Dave over at Eau So Fraiche. I haven't opened this one yet either. It's Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Mal EDP, or is it Parfum? Le Parfum. So I haven't even opened this one up yet. See, it's still sealed with plastic around the edges there. I do plan on opening this. I'll probably do a first impression with that one, along with the next one I talk about. And again, shout out to you, Dave, Mega Dave. This one here, I just picked up. It's still in the wrapper still. 1 million Parfum. Still in the wrapper. I can't wait to try this one. Everyone keeps talking really good things about it. Excuse my little congestion here. Season change, so on and so forth, along with spraying a lot of fragrances, sometimes get you a little bit congested. I'm excited to try that one. I just bought that one. I got it at Macy's, I think. No discount, sadly. I think I was one day shy of the VIP sale, but when I went to go do it, I had to buy it. I think I did a four pay easy plan on that. It was like $20-something a month. I'll only let one of those things run at a time, and it'll only be up to $100 purchase, 150 max. I'll never go above that, just so I don't get myself into a point where I'm uncomfortable with something like that. The next one is actually my scent of the day after posting earlier, wondering what should be my scent of the day, and it was this one right here. Spicebomb Night Vision EDP. Now, there's been a lot of hype about this one, about 1 million Parfum. I picked this one up at, it was either Macy's or Nordstrom, one of those places. I actually picked up 4 of these things, full retail, which is kind of insane. I never do that. One of them I just had to try. I don't know why. I had like an itch, almost like a drug addict. We know this is technically an addiction, but that'll be the next one I show you. But Spicebomb, we'll go in a little bit more detail at that one. I got my second wearing of it today. I do enjoy the smell of that, so just so you do know. But I might do a video side by side with that one and the original, the EDT, and let you know what I think about both of them, what the pros and cons are between the two, if I like them a lot, like them a little, or whatever. But this is the one I had to have, and it was Pasha de Cartier. And this is the Parfum. Now, my brother, local guy, New England area, Sam Broome, always talks about this fragrance, the original one, the EDT. Talked about it a lot. Ton of love for the Cartier house. And then this one, the Parfum, came out, and everybody just started talking about it crazy, which is good. It's not a bad thing. If you're giving hype to a fragrance that smells pretty awesome. And this one has a lot of really cool elements, which I'm looking forward to reviewing again. I do want to give myself a few more wearings before I decide to go for that. As you can see, I partialed out the bottle to cover some of the costs so I could actually go get, between that one, what I've gotten out of Spicebomb Night Vision, and the next one I'm going to talk about, that helped me buy this one, just to put in perspective. Again, sometimes I was talking with Chris over at, I want to say Casual Fragrances, and it's going to drive me crazy if that's wrong. But we were talking about different stuff where I have all these collections of fragrances behind me, this big pile of stuff in front of me as well. And something we've talked about was, do you really need to buy every bottle? No, you don't. Go test them. Try out samples. You don't need to have every single fragrance that's out there. And that's coming from someone that likes to have every single fragrance that's out there. If you can get a decant, if you get a nice sample to try it, go to the store, try it out. If you can get your way to get your nose on it before you spend the money on the bottle, because it's an expensive hobby, then that's absolutely okay. You don't need to have the full retail bottle to show. In my case, I enjoy the decanting part. I enjoy making labels. I enjoy doing all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's kind of fun as well. I also like talking to the people that get the decants from me and seeing what they think about them. I like to hear, their take on it, if they compare it to something else. I mean, there's a lot of fun with it in being part of the community by decanting and, either sharing, trading, swapping, selling, whatever way you do it. But, as far as owning every bottle out there, a decant will suffice in most times, because if you have 30 fragrances, I don't think you could ever wear every fragrance to the bottom of the bottle in your entire life. Never mind 200, 300, whatever crazy numbers there are out there. With that being said, if you can afford doing all that stuff, more power to you. That's awesome. I definitely have more than my necessity behind me here. But again, for me, it's a huge hobby. It's very distressing to me. It's relaxing, and being part of the community, talking to all these different people that have the same interest, is pretty awesome. I've made some great friends through the community, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's keep going here, or otherwise I'll keep being sappy. Again, that was Cartier, Pasha de Cartier, the Parfum. The next one, Dolce Gabbana K EDP, and I'll be honest with you. I bought this one because it's new. I wanted to try it, all that kind of stuff. But I was looking for Eau So Fraiche. I called a place that was in Salem, New Hampshire. It's a store that sells perfume, cologne, things like that. And I clearly stated what I was looking for. I told him exactly what it looked like, the bottle. Made sure he understood it wasn't the blue bottles. It wasn't regular Sauvage or anything like that. And he continually told me that they had it in stock. Not a problem at all. Absolutely. He had the EDT, EDP, all these different versions. And I'm like, great. All right, perfect. I just wanted to make sure. I'm going to head up there. Drove up there. I think I was over an hour away at the time. I get there, and he brought me over Sauvage. And I said, oh, no. When I called, I made it clear it was this other style, this different type of bottle, clear bottle, not blue, so on and so forth. He's like, I was really busy with somebody else. I didn't really pay attention. Oh, great. So then I went to go walk away, I believe, or was kind of aggravated, so I wanted to walk away. And a young lady who, I say young, she might have been my age, around 40 or so. She was very nice. She said, I know we didn't have the one you were looking for. She said, was there anything else you just wanted to try since you're here? And she was very, very nice. The other guy literally walked away. It's his store, whatever. I get it. He's busy. And I heard him actually talk. He was aggravated with a couple young kids that were in the store. And I heard him say to them something like, look, it was on a Sunday. I remember that now that I say this. He said, it's Sunday. Sundays are very busy here. If you're not looking to buy, then, please head on your way. And it was kind of messed up because the kids were looking to buy. They ended up buying, I think they bought like Arrows or one of those things from the guy, which is fine. That's a purchase. It's a sale. But he kind of threw them out the door. Wasn't really the nicest way of doing things. And they were there. They walked in they were like 3 to 5 people in front of me. So they just got there 5 minutes before me, if that. I say that because I saw them in the aisle before I went into the store. I was on my phone. And yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of, that first thing, and then the fact that the fragrance was gone when I got there didn't make me too excited to go back in the store. But the young girl saved the day. I'm going to say young because the gentleman was probably in his 70s, maybe late 60s. And she was, like I said, between 30 and 45, anywhere in that range, I would guess. So I ended up picking this one up off of her. After trying like 4 or 5 different fragrances that I haven't tried yet, this is one I tried. I had already picked up Spicebomb, Night Vision EDP at that time, so I didn't need to try that from them, although that was what I was thinking about. And I tried one of the other ones I have here. I did buy it online instead because the price was way better. But I'll tell you what that was. So again, this is Dolce Gabbana K EDP. We'll get a review going on this one as well. All right. We're almost done here. Now, that one I got, I want to say there was multiple reviewers that were talking about it being good. I want to say maybe Ross Carlos over at TLTG. It could have been Ashton might have done a video on that. This one here, I can't remember on TNG which one that was. Most of the other ones I have the storyline behind them. This one here, excuse my cough. Sorry about that, guys and girls. Montblanc Starwalker. This was definitely because of Ashton at Gents Scents. There was a whole click of videos in a row that I kept listening to, watching. And at first it was, had to try this one, like I said. And I'm really happy that I did. And then it was Montblanc and a couple other different fragrances. You might have even talked about Night Vision, not sure. But ended up pulling the trigger. But Starwalker, for a cheapie, I think that was $20 for that thing. Might be a 50 ml. I'll go into a little bit more detail when I do a review on it. But yeah, I wasn't upset with that one. And I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of the designer stuff. Excuse me. A lot of the cheapy designer stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just sometimes I like the heavier, thicker, richer smells. Like especially the fall fragrances, things like that. Which leads us to this one right here, which was, yep, another recommendation off of a video from our friend Ashton over at Gents Scents. Lolita Lempicka Home. I don't know if it's home, whatever you want to call it. All I know is this is supposed to have like a licorice component to it, or black anise, or whatever it's called. And we'll get into that one. So when I was in that store where the guy kind of shunned everybody, but the girl was really nice, they had that fragrance there, and it was double the price. So I looked it up real quick on my phone, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. With Dolce, I apologize again. With Dolce Gabbana K EDP, that one was the same price everywhere I looked online, all different places, because it's such a new release. And my goal was to get it, be able to decant a little bit of it to cover some of the cost. And, luckily enough, added it to my collection. So those are my recent crazy pickups. There might be more. I won't lie. I actually have to tell you this too, because I like to be honest with you. I picked up another bottle of this. So I have this brand new bottle. I have one more brand new bottle on the other side of this room. I have this bottle that is pretty much brand new. And I found the one that I lost when I originally had to go pick up these 2 bottles because I thought I lost the main bottle. So now I have 2 brand new bottles that have never been opened. I have that one bottle that's got like 3 sprays out of it. And I have a bottle that's about halfway there. And it's Blue Cedar and Cypress by BurrEAU. Still probably my favorite cheapie buy. I'd say maybe in the last year, 2, 3 years maybe. It doesn't last that long, but it smells really good. It's just one of those fragrances for me. Like my favorite fragrance is still Creed Green Irish Tweed. So Blue Cedar and Cypress falls in that same area or genre of the style of fragrance, although one is green more so than blue, and one is greenish, but it has a bluish undertone, if that makes any sense to you at all. But yeah, now I'm just rambling because I missed you guys and girls. I'm just glad that I was able to get back on here again and do a video. So if you have tried any of these bunch of fragrances I just rambled on about, let me know in the comments down below. Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you want to rank them in your own 1 through 10 thing? Do you think you're intending on trying some of these? Definitely throw comments down there. Let me know what you think about them. Let me know what your opinions are. I'd love to hear it. If you don't have anything to say about any of these fragrances, and you have a list of different fragrances that you saw in different videos that people like basically influenced or referred to you, that you decided to go ahead and pull the trigger, throw those comments down below as well. I love interacting with you guys. I respond to every comment that YouTube notifies me about. I respond to. With that being said, If you haven't done so already, please do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video or the content we put out here, do me a favor, think about hitting that subscribe button. Love to see you around again. You can also click the like button. Definitely throw some love there. Let me know that you liked the video. And again, more important than all that, technically, is I really do like the comments. It's definitely good to subscribe and stick around, but commenting is amazing. I definitely like to see your opinion, hear what you have to say, and that's it on that. So remember, if you're making the world a better place, just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.